Hey, what's going on guys? Joe here from JPRC. Welcome back, and this is gonna be the first detailed look on the JPRC livery on my Axial Yeti Score Trophy truck. Now, this livery was designed by SOR Graphics from sor-rc.com. Now, what you see is actually not a paint job. This is a vinyl body wrap. I worked with Jay from SOR Graphics. He was very easy to work with, and within days of contact he gave me a design for this already. I was extremely happy, and then within days he sent it to me in the mail. So in this video I will walk you guys the design element and then show you the installation process. It was actually an extremely enjoyable process as well. The body wrap, it's also available. They have it in glossy finish or a flat finish, and I picked it up in flat. The overall color scheme design is based on the JPRC logo here. As you can see, we have the yellow finish, the black, and then the blue in the rear end there. I kind of trying to make it a official livery for the JPRC channel here. And as you can see, I also have the original Axial Score logo. The original green body was a great looking body. The only problem with that, it's only available in green, so everybody has a green truck when I'm running it out there. I wanted to make it unique, and this is the design that I work with Jay, and this is perfect, exactly how I want it right now. And also I try to preserve the original Score graphic design in terms of the sponsorship logo placement. As you can see in the rear quarter panel here, we have the Richard Industries, King Sharks, and everything else placed relatively in the same spot. And also I kept the Axial logo on top of the roof at the same spot as well. In addition, the race number 7, is the race number for Bryce Menzies truck. I'm a big fan of full-scale trophy truck racing, and they really have some fascinating engineering that goes into their machines. So that's why I kept the overall design, stay with the Score truck to its original, with the exception of the JPRC color for the livery design there. And when I was waiting for the wrap to be mailed to me, I was, kind of having a concern. I was like, how am I going to, apply a full wrap around the car? But as soon as I received the material in my hands, my concern was immediately addressed, because the wrap, it's not a single piece. It's actually a single piece, but precisely cut into multiple pieces. There are pieces for the door, the quarter panels, the front fender, and then the hood pieces, and then also the roof pieces. The installation process starts by removing the cage and removing all of the plastic decals that comes with it. You can preserve those. I preserved some of them, but I did not use all of them. But more importantly, I had to preserve the front headlight cover, and as well as the tail light, because I wanted to reuse them in the finished product. And I also took the advice from Jay by masking out the headlight, tail light, and also the window, and put a couple thin coats of black paint on the body outside as a base color, because when I make mistakes on the the wrap there, some cracks or edges may be exposed, so the green doesn't really go with my color design. So having a black base color in there helps to give it a more finished look, and help avoid any mistake that I will make in in the installation process. And then I start the wrap installation by the door panel with the help of a heat gun, and as advised by Jay. And then the installation process, it's quite easy. You just gotta take your time, spend some patience on it to slowly rub the panels on, because you don't want the bubbles in there. And in fact, the material that it comes with, it's actually very easy to kind of nudge out the bubbles if you have any of them. And then from there, I work on the quarter panel and the front fender. And in the first round, I kind of made a mistake, because I was trying to line up on the design here first. But then in that case, when I get to the wheel arches, they didn't really line up. So I took them out, hit them up with the heat gun, and then it comes right off. And then I was able to line up the wheel arches, and then everything else kind of worked itself out. And then once I get one side done, right, and then I repeat the other side. And then from there, I started working on the hood pieces. And from there, the piece that goes on to the front vent was a little tricky, because I didn't notice that there was actually a cut on the outside of the hood vent square there. and actually by taking that cut off, it was pretty easy to apply. And then from there, I was trying to apply the two hood pieces, but then I also made another mistake by applying the little piece first, because what happened is with that, when I have a middle piece and then an outside piece of the hood apply already, I didn't really take into consideration of my own local design there. So from there, it didn't really line up properly, and luckily I have a heat gun and I was able to heat up the middle piece and remove it, and then apply the bigger hood piece so that we can kind of relatively line up the logo in the middle there. But at the end of the day, it still worked out really nice, and I like how it came out. And again, these materials used in here, relatively flexible and removable. And by using a heat gun, it's easy to make sure that it has a great fitment on it. Now, in general, body wraps are very easy to apply, but in the case of the Score Trophy truck, it has lots of contour areas that I have to work in it, work it very slowly. And again, I want to really give big shout out to Jay, because it is such a challenge for anyone to come up with the measurement for all these fitments of pieces. And I think he did a really great job on designing the wrap for the Score truck here. And to complete the overall look, I took the wheels off. I also painted them with a couple coats of yellow and silver with the blend, and also finished with a flat clear finish. And just to give you a tip for painting or masking circular objects such as these wheel bead locked here, I use a Duratrack car stand. So by masking with a big blue tape over, and I start with a X-Acto knife. Instead of moving my knife, I start moving by the car stand so that it gives you a circular motion and to make a better circular cut for the masking there. And I hope the result, was speaking for itself. As you can see here, it worked out pretty good for me, and this is kind of the trick that I use, and I hope you guys, find it useful as well. And because I made this mistake, on the first time going around, and I hope that, it'll be helpful if you get your own body wrap for the Score Trophy truck. I do have another wrap that I have to do on my Axial bomber, which I will unveil in upcoming days. But, I hope these mistakes will help you to make a better, installation in your own truck. So as it is right now, the Score Trophy truck with this livery on it looks insanely sick. And some of you may be asking the question, because it looks so good right now, are you ever gonna run it? Well, yes, it looks really nice right now, but I don't keep cars on the shelf very much, and there's definitely gonna be a running video for this truck, maybe side by side with my Red Bull truck that I'm working in the finish. But who knows, definitely there'll be a running video in the very short upcoming days. Now, with that said, if you guys enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for the next running video. I will see you guys next time.